Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. I talk a lot about financial investment opportunities, and if that sounds like something that interests you, click subscribe, join our community for this commodity bull market higher. I'm going to go over oil and gas, do a overall market update for oil and gas. I go over these updates, and I'm just letting you kind of know what I think of the market. I'm letting you know the current state of oil and gas. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily good buys. It doesn't mean it's bad buys. I'm just simply stating what I think, where we're at, and some of the resistances or support levels that I see from a technical analysis basis. So I'm going to jump in here, talk a little bit about oil and gas, give you my opinion. What my opinion is that we've got a bunch of downtrend lines. We are at a juncture where downtrends are all about to be broken. We need to be patient. And being a good investor is about being patient. It's about getting really good buy points. And it's about knowing when to put the money to work. And again, it's going to take some time to break through these resistance zones. And when they do, we're back on moving on up. And keep in mind that markets move in waves. I'm going to release another video coming out showing you guys kind of how these markets move. Maybe that'll help you with buy points and when not to buy. Because I know a lot of new investors, they like to chase things. I don't like to chase things. I beat that horse out of me many years ago. And I think some of you guys still need to beat that horse out of you. So here's crude. This is the actual commodity pricing. You can see where it's sitting on that downtrend line. We were going to blow right through it, but it was like, no, we need to sell off some. And we're sitting there, right there at this downtrend line, ready to try to break to the upside of it. It may take some time. We had a super colossal move from $20 to $63 in about half a year. And I don't think oil's moved that fast, that far, ever. So give it some time. It'll break through this. We're going to have some increased demand coming up in the summer. Be patient. If you're in some companies, if you got SM Energy or CPE or whatever companies that you guys like, be patient. Give it time. This stuff doesn't work overnight. And I think we're going to break through here. We're in a commodity bull market. And remember that oil is one of the best inflation hedge. It's one of the best commodities for inflation. If we get inflation coming up, oil's gonna crush it. It's gonna absolutely crush it. So that's my opinion, at least. And then this is just a short stop along the way for moving higher. And also keep in mind, between 2008 and even now, we haven't had that inflationary push. That push did not exist. Those tailwinds didn't exist between '08 and I would say they started to exist somewhere in 18, 19. But there was a problem. I don't know what that problem was. You could see copper sell off. You could see bonds go up or the yields start to sell off. So people were running into bonds in 2019, signaling that there was a problem before COVID. So I think that this is going to break through this downtrend line, move on higher. Here's Transocean rig. Again, we're still in a downtrend here. It's still risky down here, but I do have a teeny bit of money in there. And we have a lot more resistance coming up through this area than we did through this area here. There wasn't much here. Here's Southwestern Energy. This one, I still like it very much down here. We broke its downtrend. It is moving on higher. You just hold on. You don't do anything. This might take 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. But you know what? It's probably going to be much higher than $4.22 a few years out from here. SM Energy's next. We've got that downtrend line. We are right there. We slammed our head against this. It was boom. We got stuck here for a little bit. This is normal. It's normal to pause below these downtrend lines. This is completely normal. It may take a few months to break through this. It might not. We may blast out of this consolidation zone very soon. What am I doing? Absolutely nothing. I'm just sitting in SM Energy, waiting, twiddling my thumbs, waiting for the break on the downtrend line. If we see the price of oil break through its downtrend line, what do you think I expect of SM Energy? I expect it to break through its downtrend line. Centennial Development, a little bit different area. It broke through its downtrend line. You could see it hit its head, pause for a little bit, then blew through it like it was a hot knife through butter. That looked pretty nice. It went cheetahlistic all the way up, hit its head on this resistance zone here. There's a lot of sellers in here. Pulled back just like this side pulled back. Are we going to pull back a little bit more? Or are we just going to put in this nice fat cup and handle right off the bat? We might do that. We might not. I don't know. But what I do know is this is a good chart setup. I think we're in a good spot for oil. So I'm making my bet that we're going to go higher. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm being patient and I'm waiting. I did cost average in at $4.04 in here. I did buy some, just for full disclosure. Am I telling you to do that? No, I'm not. This is not advice. This is just education. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I did buy a little bit here. Callon Petroleum, another one. You can see that there was a pattern that developed here, broke to the downside. Absolute massacre. Jason with the face shield, just absolute getting killed down here. I bought as this thing was coming back up. $16 or so, and I'm still holding on. We got a little bit of a pause. This is a cup and handle that I think might be forming, and then we'll see a blast off when oil continues higher. Tetra Technologies, we're kind of at its this line's a little high there. Oops, but we're right there. We hit our head on it. We're trying to break through. Give it some time. Be patient. Here's Tellurian. I know some people have Tellurian. Markets move in these ways where they kind of shoot up, then they pull back. They shoot up, they pull back. We shot up quite a bit here. We went into this kind of downtrend zone or a downtrending channel. Came in, came back, and I think we're getting close for another turnaround here. We're getting close. Give it time. Grand Tier Energy, same thing. Pulled on up. Massive move very quickly, and now we're kind of pulling back. You got to be patient. We're right at that downtrend line right here. We hit our head. We had a bunch of sellers, came into a bunch of sellers and sold off a little bit. Patience. Contango Oil and Gas broke through the downtrend line. Absolute massive breakthrough. And what do we do after we break through? We pull back. And I buy the pullbacks. I would be looking to cost average in here. I wouldn't be looking to sell. Be looking to cost average in. So a lot of this, guys, when you've been in the markets for a while, this is really what you do. You do nothing. You do nothing for the majority of the time. You make some money, you put it in the account, and then you wait. You wait for a good buying opportunity. I think some of these are pretty good buying opportunities, in my opinion, like Centennial Development, SM Energy. Contango looks pretty good here. And I don't chase. Don't chase things. Do not say squirrel, and then you go and look at the squirrel, and then you go chase it. No. We want to buy stuff when everybody's not liking it. When you feel bad, when your emotions, if you're a new investor and you feel like you're losing, that's probably when you want to buy. It's almost opposite. When you feel good, when you feel like your investments are taking off and they're up 40, 50%, that's when I don't buy. I just sit on them. I'm patient. I wait. When I see things back test like Contango right here, and it's coming back towards its downtrend pattern or the downtrend line, that's when I start buying. I buy on the pullbacks. I don't chase things. Now, there's another thing here that I want to talk about real quick, is you can cost average into some of these producing companies. Now, if you're in an exploration company or you're in a company that is very speculative, be careful that you don't just keep cost averaging when it goes down. Be very patient, wait for a turn, buy into strength. The reason I say that is exploration companies, sometimes they don't bounce back. If they drill a hole and nothing came back, I mean, that might be it. I mean, you might lose on some of these. If they're exploration companies, they are high risk for a reason. I keep the bulk of my money in royalty companies, diversified mining companies. Some of these high debt companies, they are producers, so I think they carry a little bit different risk. An exploration company or a company that's developing something that hasn't developed it, they do have different types of risks. And I wouldn't just be piling in nonstop into some of these developing and non-producing companies, exploration companies, so to speak. wait, spread it out, get a good, nice spread on them. Let them search for whatever they're going to do. And if you hit a couple of them, our game isn't to hit on every single one. Our game is to hit really big on a couple. That's where you get all those big gains. It's not about getting a 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50% gain here. It's about getting the 500x, the 300x out of a company that hits something. That's what we're looking for in the exploration. It's a little bit different than the producing companies. I just wanted to make sure you guys understand that. And look for a video coming out on market moves. I'm going to talk about impulse moves and these pullbacks, where you should be looking, where you should be getting greedy, not where you should be buying based off of FOMO, fear of missing out. I know a lot of new investors, they want to chase things. It's like they use price to validate their opinion on a company or a stock. That's not how I do it. And I'll try to explain the best I can in that other video what that looks like. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Appreciate you guys listening. This is Finding Value.